Welcome back to the game of Runebound. It is now Jonas the Kind's turn. Jonas rolls for movement and it's very bad. He only gets one mountain result and one hills, and he's surrounded by hills and mountains. So he's just going to go over to a green marker. He figures right now the best he can do is collect more cards to be discarded in the special discard pile so this game can end and he can be victorious. Green event discarded, and we roll for movement. Cult movement is river and road, no moving. End of movement step, river and forest, no luck again. On now to Tobin the Farslayer. Tobin rolled with only 3 dice to get rid of some of his fatigue and only got hills, roads, and plains. So he's just gonna get closer to that red marker so that next turn he can try and challenge it. So now next turn he can just jump right over to the red marker. Now for the end of movement step. Seems that the Colt's gonna be stuck unless someone rolls a mountain result, and it didn't happen now. So on to Jonas the Kind. With mountains and hills, he's going to go over to the yellow marker and get that Colt hopefully moving. We need a mountain. First result, no movement. Second, still no mountains. And finally, there's the mountain. So thanks to Jonas's end of movement step, the Colt moves, making that yellow marker available. On to Tobin the Farslayer. Tobin rolled for movement, hoping to maybe get to that yellow marker because that will give him a higher bonus at the end of the game if the game ends now. But he didn't get enough hills to get all the way there. He did get a forest result, so that means that he can move to the red marker. Let's see if he can defeat that. Our first red challenge. We are messing with the big boys now. He has a health of 6. He is a what? A rune champion. And here's the before combat ability. Your hero and allies each take fatigue and damage equal to the number of red challenges in your victory stack. Well, right now that will be 0, so no problem. And the reward, reveal cards from the base Runebound Red Adventure deck and take the first Dragon Lord card revealed, then reshuffle the deck. You gain the dragon rune described under its reward text. And here are the stats. 15 and 4, 17 and 4, 16 and 4. Ay ay ay. Well, we know that Tobin is pretty much pumped up. He's got a lot of allies. Let's see what happens. Let's get ready for combat. Tobin takes a fatigue to go ahead and use his before combat ability. He only gets a 6 on his roll, plus 5 that he gets from range is 11, not enough to inflict 1 damage on this enemy. On to the first phase of combat. In the first phase of combat, Tobin will be attacking. He gets an 11 plus 5 that he has in the range phase is 16, and that is enough to inflict damage on our enemy. On to melee. Our Moon Dwarf will be attacking in this phase, but he only rolls a 9, and 3 that he has is 12. Well, he cannot use his ability because this challenge is not on a hill or a mountain. So that's not enough, and he will actually be getting 4 damage and dying. Sorry, Moon Dwarf, you were very, very faithful for about what, 2 challenges? For the magic phase, we bring our Rune Apprentice, who rolls a 15, and 1 that he already gets is 16. Now that's just enough to give this enemy another 2 damage. Only 2 more to go. Can we do this? Let's move on to the next stage in this combat, which is going to be ranged. Tobin will take care of the range phase in this attack. He rolls a 13, and 5 that he gets automatically is 18, which means we will be giving our enemy another 2 damage and kill him. We did it. This is the card we get as a reward. It reads, take this card, it is now the Dragon Rune of Abrax. Your hero may activate this card to inflict 3 damage instead of making a magic attack. Might come in handy. Tobin gets to exchange XP once again. This time he wants to pump up his range skills. And now for the end of movement step. Tobin rolls hills, plains, and road, so the cult turns over the purple marker and stays right there. Now on to Jonas the Kind. Jonas is a bit worried because he knows he's losing now for real. He's going to go over to the yellow challenge and he can't believe that Tobin's been killing red challenges when he's still, all he's got is green challenges defeated. First, yellow challenge. Jonas will be fighting an enchantress with a health of 3. And apparently she just got out of the shower. Let's see the before combat ability. Test. Magic resist 14. If you fail, your hero may only attack during the magic phase. Receive 3 gold coins. So 13-1, 11-0, and 16-2. Ouch. I hope we can defeat or succeed in the before combat ability. Let's roll for that. Let's get ready for combat. Jonas rolls to resolve the before combat test. He gets an 8. He has a 4 in magic, so that's 12. Now, this is a resist test, and Jonas has resist plus 2. So that gives him a 14, and guess what? That is exactly what he needs to be successful. So he can attack whenever he wants. Let's go on to the first stage, ranged. He sends his Wonder off to attack in this phase, but he only gets a 5, and he has a skill of 0, so that's still a 5. So he's going to be getting 1 damage. Jonas will attack during the melee phase. He gets an 11 plus 4 is 15, giving this enemy some damage. He inflicts 2 damage plus 1 damage that we can give him by activating our weapon, and that kills our enemy. Bye-bye. Jonas has enough XP markers to exchange for a skill upgrade. He will again pump up his range. We need hills for this cult to move, so no movement during the end of movement step. Now on to Tobin Farslayer. Tobin rolls with only 3 dice, so he can get rid of his fatigue yet again. And he's not going to go too far. He's trying to move closer to that green marker just so that he can get the cult moving. And now for his end of movement step. We get the hills we need so the cult moves. It has now nicely revealed a purple challenge.